welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about samples and populations. I know we had started into this last week, but I was still getting so many questions that I felt like it would be helpful if I posted a YouTube video so y'all could see me working through the problems. All right, let's get started. Let's start by talking about sample. So a sample is going to be a subset of our entire group. Another word for subset is just a part. So it's just a small portion or a part of the entire group. Now, if we collect data from this, it's going to be called a sample statistic. And remember last week, we talked about how samples can either be biased, and biased is going to be a bad sample, or unbiased, which is going to be a usable sample. Those are typically representative of your entire population. Now, our population is the whole group or the entire group that we're talking about. Data collected from our entire population is going to be called the population statistics. That would be if we went and asked every single person that was in that population. Right here, I did a little picture for us, and this is kind of the template I'm going to use with answering our further questions. So our big giant box, everything inside of this box is our population, and that is the letters of the alphabet. And as you can see in green, I've written all our consonants. And then here inside, I have a sample, which is going to be our vowels. Our vowels are still part of our population, but they're a select group within the population. Okay? The most important thing I want you to remember today is that you just need to keep up the great work that y'all have been doing, and remember, I am still here for you. I miss you guys so much. It's crazy. All right, let's get started on some examples. So for our first set of examples, we're given the population and we need to try and find a sample. So here I've done all my green boxes are going to be my population, and then on the inside I've drawn a purple box which is going to represent my sample. That way I remember that my sample is going to be a subset or a part of my population. So if my population is the people living in a specific neighborhood, what is a sample I could use? So I could look at, a sample would be anyone over, let's say, 60 years old. That would be a sample within my population. Now, because I'm excluding so many people inside that population, it would be a biased sample, but it would still be a sample. It would still be a group inside of the population. My next population that I was given is families with children. So that is my big group. Now, a smaller group inside of that could be families with just one child. With one child. Or you could say families with 2 children, families with 3 children. Any of those would be a subset within our larger population. Our last population is seniors at LHS. Now, a sample of seniors at LHS, we could either say all the girl seniors or all the boy seniors, all the ones that played sports, or we could say seniors who took art. There's so many different ways to find samples within a population. The tricky part is what we're going to work on Thursday, which is finding unbiased samples. For the next part of the exercise, we were given a sample and we have to figure out what a population could be. So if we're talking about children who play football at the YMCA, that is our sample. So what is a bigger group that could be a part of? I would say all children who play football. You could also say all the kids at the YMCA, or just all kids, you know, either way. All right, this time our sample is students on the honor roll after 9 weeks. So what is our bigger population here? It could just be all students at this school. Let's say RMS. And that could be our population. But then here we'd have to add at RMS. But that's just so I didn't have to write as much. All right. Again, we're given a sample. So our sample is families with cable at the Riverside Apartments. And we've got to think about the whole population that we could be pulling from here. And with it already giving us the Riverside Apartments, I would say that our population is people living at the Riverside Apartments. And then our subgroup is the families with cable. Easy enough, right? All right, let's try and make it a little more difficult. All right, for the next few problems, we're gonna have to find both the population and the sample. So first I'll read number 1. A survey of 2,541 American households discovered that 64% of the households own one car. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reread the problem, and I want you to think, is this problem giving me the population, or is this problem giving me the sample? A survey of 2,541 American households. Pause right there. That tells us the sample. Unless you think there's only 2,541 homes in America. That is our sample. That is who they interviewed. All right? Then our population is the whole group. Make sense? All right, for number 2. The average height of every 5th member of the varsity football team was 5'11". So here, at the beginning, are they giving us the population or the sample specifically? The average height of every 5th member. All right, because they're talking about every 5th member, that is our sample. And our whole population is going to be the entire varsity football team. Perfect. All right, number 3. A recent study found that 40% of New York City residents earn more than the median salary. So here, they're actually talking about the New York residents. So that is our whole population. People who live in New York. And the sample they're specifically talking about is the 40% who make more than the median salary. So New Yorkers who make more than median salary. Okay, and both of these were able to be found within the question. It's just making inferences and piecing things together. All right, one more. All right, number 4. In a USA Today internet poll, 73% of readers indicated they were satisfied with their lives. So here we've got to think about, who is this whole population? Well, if the people that are taking the poll have to read the USA Today, our whole population is going to be the USA Today poll takers. That is our whole group. And then our subset of that group is going to be the 73% that were satisfied with their lives. I cannot spell today. I'm having like major brain malfunctions. Satisfied with their life. All right, and that's it. All right, guys, I hope that helped clarify any questions you had. If not, you can reach out to me via It's Learning. You can sign up for one of our video conferences. You can ask me in the Flipgrid. I am available any way you need me to. I miss you guys so much, and I can't believe it's already been a month. We are making it though, and I hope you're doing well at home. Bye, guys.